Hey guys, my name is Evan and I'm a high school senior who just finished applying to and receiving admission decisions from colleges. I was lucky enough to be accepted into Carnegie Mellon for CS, and in this video, I want to walk you through my application and give some general tips to help any prospective applicants. The order for this video will be as follows: background, stats, coursework, extracurriculars, honors, and then one supplemental essay. The timestamps for each section will be in the description down below. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. I'll start with my background. Up until 10th grade, I went to Cape Fear Academy, a conservative, majority white private school in my home city of Wilmington, a city in southeastern North Carolina. In 11th grade, I switched schools to the North Carolina School of Science and Math, a liberal public boarding school in Durham. Experiencing both a humanities-focused school and a school with a plethora of STEM resources definitely made my application a little more well-rounded, and experiencing two completely different environments made my application a bit more unique. Now, let's move on to my general stats. For the SAT, I decided to not go test optional and submitted my SAT superscore of 1540 with an 800 in math and a 740 in reading and writing to all colleges I applied to. I also took 6 APs: World History, Biology, Calculus A, B, and BC, Macroeconomics, Physics 1, and Mandarin. Finally, I submitted 3 subject test scores: an 800 in Math 2, an 800 in Molecular Biology, and a 770 in World History.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go, boys.
Alright, now let's move on to my GPA and coursework. Wait a second, let me go get my transcript to show you. So starting with the courses I took at Cape Fear Academy, one of the most influential courses I've ever taken was my AP Calculus course, which provided a strong mathematical foundation for me to succeed in further computer science and math courses, and helped inspire me to look for a career in the direction of STEM. I left Cape Fear Academy with an average 4.92 weighted GPA, and that was good for second out of a class of 60. Then, after switching schools in 11th grade to NCSSM, I took courses that forced me to learn actively and apply myself. Such courses include graph theory / intro proof, intro to complex systems, and multivariable calculus. In my senior year, I took even more courses that forced me to apply myself, and I also learned how to program models in classes such as data science and mathematical modeling. So for my junior year, I ended up with a 4.92 weighted GPA. In my senior year, I ended up with a perfect 5.0 weighted GPA. I do want to note, however, that GPA is not really that important for either of the schools I went to, since we didn't have class rank. And so what mattered more was the types of courses we were taking, how it affected us and how it helped us discover our passion, and what kind of letters of recommendations we were getting, since a letter of recommendation can help distinguish one student from another student in any given class. Okay, so before I continue, something that's really important to mention here is that I only took 2 true CS courses in my high school career: scientific programming and procedural programming. And in scientific programming, I received the only B I received throughout high school. What this means is that elite CS programs are not necessarily looking for people who have a ton of experience in the field. They're instead looking for people who can demonstrate that they have a foundational understanding of the key concepts through math or CS courses, and that they have a passion in the subject, a genuine passion, and they have a willingness to learn, because after all, these schools are trying to teach, and people who can be taught are the people who they want to accept. The admissions committee at Carnegie Mellon is looking for people who have a passion, and if that passion is in computer science, great, you're a perfect fit for the SCS program. And so that perfectly transitions me onto my extracurriculars. And to be honest, I have no clue what I think about my extracurriculars. I think they're solid, but nowadays, who knows what kids pull out of their asses. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first extracurricular that I listed was being the computer science club captain for my school. I taught others competitive programming in C++, automation and software development in Python, and that I also organized events like hackathons and coding competitions on Coursework. The second extracurricular that I listed was being the founder and president of Math Tutors. I managed a student-led and non-profit tutoring program which reached 170 plus students and raised over $18,000 for the local food bank's COVID-19 relief program. The third extracurricular I listed was being the co-captain and founder of Youth in Government. I taught my school and state team writing and debating strategies through my experience, and I've led the appellate team at NCSSM, and I was the state and national winner in 2019. The fourth extracurricular I listed was essentially just math, being the president of Math Club and being a summer math counts instructor. I've taught and led a team of 60 plus students. I've ran weekly meetings and helped plan events. I've also brought the third most people as a team the NC State math competition for a school, which was 9, and that was a huge accomplishment. And the fifth extracurricular I listed was speech and debate. I did Lincoln Douglas, which is one-on-one debate. I helped organize debate materials and practice sessions for members to enhance their public speaking skills. And then I've also gone to the out rounds at national tournaments, and I've also done regional tournaments and placed very high in them. So some people actually say that college admission officers don't look at extracurriculars below number 5. So I would strongly encourage anyone applying to college to make sure that you have your top 5 extracurriculars from number 1 through number 5, because otherwise admission officers might not look at it. And so because of that, I'm just gonna list out my extracurriculars from number 6 through 10. You can read them if you want, or you can just not. So for my other extracurriculars, I did a startup, I played chess, so I wrote about that, I did an internship, I've done research, and then I also played racket sports, and I've also played basketball and soccer, but I didn't have any awards for them, so I didn't write those, and also I didn't really have space on my application. And so now onto my honors. I do competitive mathematics, so the first award I wrote about was being a 2x Amy qualifier in 10th grade and 11th grade. I also qualified in 12th grade, but I didn't write about that because I submitted my application beforehand. I had the second highest AMC 12A score at my school last year, and my highest Amy ever was 11, which is pretty high. And then I was also the first Amy qualifier at my old school, Cape Fear Academy, in a decade, who knows, I don't really know. The second award I wrote about was receiving the Shine a Light Award, which is basically recognition for my work in Math Tutors. The third award I had was receiving first place at the National Judicial Competition in Chicago. That was for Youth in Government for appellate court. The fourth award I had was being a National Merit semifinalist. Pretty basic, but still a good award to have. And then the fifth award I had was a ping pong award, receiving the Ping Pong Most Cardio Award, and also being a season winner and a tournament winner, kind of just showing that I don't just do academics, I also have some awards in sports. And now on to part 6, which is me reading my supplemental essay. So I chose this essay because of its backstory. I had initially wrote this essay as a kind of meme, as a joke, because I didn't really care about my Carnegie Mellon application since I didn't want to get in. My parents had forced me to apply, and it felt like Carnegie Mellon was just not it for me. Too much stress, too much work. I wrote this and I submitted it, and I mean, it didn't turn out too bad. I've sent it to some of my friends and they all think it's great. I think it's still a meme, but we'll see what you guys think about it. So the prompt is, many students pursue college for a specific degree, career opportunity, or personal goal. Whichever it may be, learning will be critical to achieve your ultimate goal. As you think ahead to the process of learning during your college years, how will you define a successful college experience in 300 words? So let's begin. Melons, cantaloupe, honeydew, cucumbers, watermelons. I love melons of all shapes and sizes. So when my parents kept saying, quote, get good grades to apply to Carnegie Mellon, I had to figure out what they were talking about. A melon that I've never heard of? Unacceptable. After figuring out what type of melon CMU was, I was a little disappointed, to say the least. A college melon? Come on, Mom, I'm in 8th grade. Nonchalantly, I continued clicking through the website, and eventually concluded that CMU was simply a school for nerds. Ew, nerds. But since 8th grade, a lot has changed. I've grown more mature, and with it, discovered a deep passion for computer science. I never would have imagined I would become the same nerd that my old self disliked. Never thought I would be back on CMU's website, researching its top-tier SCS program. In the end, Carnegie Mellon became my favorite type of Mellon after all. And that's what I would call a successful schooling experience. An experience that presents various avenues of exploration for me to develop my passions. My support network, friends, teachers, advisors, all helped me find my passion for CS. In college, I hope to similarly connect with a strong support network so I'm able to explore my interest in artificial intelligence and its many subfields, e.g. machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. CMU is the only college that encourages this exploration as it treats CS as its own college unit and offers various majors in computing. At CMU, I can major in artificial intelligence and freely dive into the field through its 5 artificial intelligence core courses. And although the program is difficult, its difficulty bonds students and professors to create a supportive community that will push each other to learn. And that's it. If you like the essay, or if you don't, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. And please let me know if you want me to read some of my other essays. I can still read my Common App essay. I'm down to read my COVID essay. And of course, I wrote a ton of other supplemental essays for all the other colleges I applied to. So if you thought this was good, please let me know so then I can make another video reading my other essays. Okay, so that was a quick rundown of how I was able to receive admission to one of the top-ranked computer science schools in America. To any prospective applicants, I want to encourage you to just find your passion. Find what you love to do and be true to yourself. For me, I only started to seriously code during quarantine and it's really paid off. I really enjoyed doing it, and of course, now I'm here. I'm accepted into this amazing computer science program. And for specific reasons as to why I decided to go to Carnegie Mellon instead of any of the other options I had, aside from, obviously it's very high ranking, I feel like its community is very supportive. The computer science school is its own department, so that fosters a network of people that really enjoy coding and enjoy talking about it. Aside from that, I just felt like getting a new start, getting a fresh start in Pittsburgh, which is, I think, a great city to explore, and a great city to eat food, live in. I just wanted to go get out there and not be in North Carolina, so I decided to go north, go to Pittsburgh. And then before I end the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Sebastian. He helped a ton with editing the script, coming up with the script, and also editing the video. So thank you to him. And if you'd like to contact me, feel free to use the social links down in the description below. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and thank you for watching. Adios.